Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Big Picture Game Show series with your one and only Bright Wonder Obasi. COVID-19 is the focus of this season of the show, and the theme remains Stay Alive with the hashtag The Fall of COVID-19. So far on the show, we've had 6 amazing contestants, and today we'll be meeting the final 2 contestants for this season. And that will mark the end of the first round in the preliminaries of the contest. May I remind you that all contestants are competing for a grand prize of 250,000 Naira palliative. And yes, there's provision for you esteemed viewers to be a part of the show and win 5,000 Naira weekly to help you cushion the effect of the pandemic. The audience question will be asked at the end or within each episode of the show. So as new episodes of the show premiere on our YouTube channel every Friday by 7 p.m. Be the first to watch, like, share, and leave a comment. Remember, it's fastest finger first. And don't forget to turn on the notification button so you get notified when new episodes of the show drop on the channel. Also, don't forget to follow the show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at the Big Picture SH. And if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Punch that button, subscribe right now. So it's now time for us to meet our 2 contestants on the show today. Our first contestant is a 49-year-old graduate of philosophy from Benue State University. He graduated with first-class honors and then proceeded to work in his local government. He contested in the last election for the office of the local government chairman but lost. Currently, he works for no one but himself because according to him, he came onto his own and his own rejected him. A prophet is without honor in his home. May I also add that he has no wife, no children, and no relationship because he feels that women are a distraction.
Point of observation, it is not what I feel, but something that I know him very well based on professional experience.
Okay, well, that still remains your point of view because some other persons might have a different opinion.
What? Whoa. What type of this? This is the problem with this whole world now. Every person like this wants to have an opinion about something, even though it is something that he knows about or he don't even have any experience about it, Samson. And that is the exact problem affecting this coronavirus. The virus is just spreading and spreading in abundance, killing people anyhow, including even elderly people that reach to born him myself. Why? Because people don't want to know the whole truth about it. And the people that even know the truth about it myself, they are fear just too much. They are fearing that if they speak the truth, the other people will attack them. As for me like this, I don't care any attack myself. I will speak the truth and let the devil be ashamed of himself. Thank you very much.
And what is this truth?
See, let me even ask you one question. Do you know, are you ready for my question?
Yes.
Then you have to say so now. Do you know that this whole world like this is no longer in equilibrium?
And how do you mean?
Do you know that this whole coronavirus is a government conspiracy manufactured inside the lab in Wuhan, China, as a weaponized military strategy to be administered through the 5G network for the control of population and the paralyzation of people of color in order to achieve and install the new world order? Ask me, who is the sponsor and the benefactor of all this? Bill Gates. You see, in other words, the Third World War like this has just been fought without any bloodshed, but people are dying in abundance.
Wow. This is just a clear definition of conspiracy theory.
I think you see yourself, man. That is why this your show is not a global show, because your listening is very, very local. Anyway, no intention to insult you. Just
no insults taken.
See, I will prove it to you. Are you aware that this year, 2020, is a leap year?
Yeah, of course, this is a leap year.
Thank you very much. For some people, they think that a leap year is a year that they will just be leaping from one place to another place, without even asking themselves that when they leap like this, where they are going to land. Let me tell you something. For you to understand this problem very well, you have to ask yourself, what is the meaning of leap year? I will advise you to go and check inside the dictionary But don't go and consult all those British or American dictionary, because they will just be speaking grammar while from their mouth without even digging the matter. They will just be scratching on the surface. I will give you a personal advice. Go and consult dictionary from either Rwanda or even though Madagascar to help you understand the meaning of leap year. See, Mr. Moderator Man, to further clear your doubt, have you ever sat and examined to see that this same thing or virus come every 4 years, the same cycle repeat itself, especially during an election year? A virus is manufactured and just released into the world in order to help execute the agenda. You see, I have done a very systematic and scientific observation of this problem. Now, in 2004, SARS, 2008, avian influenza, 2010, swine flu, 2012, MERS, 2014, Ebola, 2016, Zika, 2018, Ebola returned back again, and now 2020, the oga pata of them all, Igwe Corona. What do you see? Now, can you by yourself put all the dots together and join them?
Well, if conspiracy theory is what you're talking about, yes, I can connect the dots.
That is why our people perish for lack of knowledge.
And nothing can be more perishing than addiction to false knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. TAGAMA BUNDE, aka the Professor.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's just this video so funny. Have you seen it? Oh, have you? There's a man whose wife sneezed in the morning and he would not respond to her greeting, like seriously, or even come close to her during the day. And then at night, as a loving wife, she decided to isolate herself in the guest room and sleep alone. But guess what happened? He climbed to her bed and then she struggled and pushed him off. This time, she sneezed and coughed really hard just to threaten the man. But guess what he did? He cleft to her ear and said, for better, for worse. Because it's honey. Really? Seriously. Characters from this COVID-19 should be rated the next movie stars.
Mr. Producer Man, what about this now? Did we come here to come and pray?
Are we not? Is this not a game show?
Are you being serious right now?
See, you all are the ones taking this COVID-19 thing too serious. I'm just here to have fun. You know, it belonged I had one. Oh. I'm sorry for interrupting. Please go on.
Just like that? I think you see why I was telling you that women are just a distraction, in fact, to the whole wide world myself.
And why would you say women are distraction?
What is this thing that you just doing just now?
What did I do? Because I laughed. Shouldn't I laugh? Shouldn't I express myself? See, let me tell you, it's very likely that we'll get married to a woman and you not allow her to express herself or even let alone live her dreams.
What dream? We are craft for yourself now. So you are... Get up! So you, as a woman, the whole dream that you have is for you to be laughing about every place. Continue to laugh. Even when you are standing in front of a very important personality like this, you are laughing.
So what do you mean? I should be quiet because I'm a woman. Isn't that what you men do? Shut the woman up because you men are talking. Talking what? What makes you feel the woman's voice shouldn't be heard? And today all of you are joining the American and the I Can't Breathe racism protest initiated by the mother of George Floyd. But what about the women in your homes whose dreams and voice have long been silent and for so long choked by a masculine dominance? And I can hear them screaming, I can't breathe. And still, all I see is your meal of gender inequality pressed against their neck, sniffing out the life out of them. But guess what, bro? You must have done that to other women, but not me. I am Alina Cervantes, and my voice must be heard. Don't mind me. That was actually a monologue I saw this morning on Instagram. A lady entered it for Raise Your Voice Challenge, and I've been reacting it to practice it on my TikTok page, you know, building up my acting skill. Come on, something within me tells me I'm a star.
She just gone. Can you imagine? Ene?
What? Really? You all are taking this coronavirus thing so serious. Like we've literally crippled our lives just because of one virus I'm not really sure even exists, you know. And even if it does, automatically not the way the social media exaggerate. Come on guys, it's been long I had fun. It's been months I went for my parties, I went clubbing, you know, seeing movies with friends and hanging out. I've lost my groove. You know that hot, right? But guess what? The world is not coming to an end now. So chill, bro.
Chitwa, I'm not your blow.
Alright. Look at you, Bill, Papi. Or do you prefer I call you Grandpa? Grandpa?
Ladies and gentlemen, our second contestant on the show today, a 25-year-old undergraduate of soil science from Lagos State University. She is an upcoming actor, a model, and former Miss Unilag. She owns a foundation she opened about a year ago to support children with special need, and she says she needs this palliative to help them get through the pandemic. May I also add that she is single and searching, in other words, she's ready to mingle.
Who will waste his mileage on this type of this?
I introduce to you Miss Kimberly Anthony, aka Drama Queen. Kimberly, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a quick commercial break, and when we return, we go right into the question. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back to the Big Picture Game Show series. Our theme remains Stay Alive with the hashtag The Fall of COVID-19. Of course, you can be a part of the show and win 5,000 Naira weekly by answering the audience question, which will be given at the end or within each episode of the show. It's fastest finger first. Don't forget that. Don't forget to follow the show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Big Picture SH. So right now, we'll go down to the questions with our contestants right here in the studio. Tagama, you go first.
And question number 4.
Question number 4. Based on evidence, COVID-19 can best be described as A, a biological weapon, B, the government's conspiracy, C, manufactured in a lab in China, and D, a zoonotic virus. Hope all is well, Tagama. You can use a lifeline if you want. Tagama, you're running out of time.
I choose option D, zoonotic virus.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Hold on. Kimberly. Final answer, option D, zoonotic virus. And option D is correct. You have 5 marks.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you said earlier that option A, B, and C were causes of.
Is it your business? Ene, it is your question that I answer for you.
Tagama, there's no need for the chorus, right?
There is need for something to please tell her to focus on her question and answer it by herself. Let me focus on my own question and give my own answer. After all, we don't have the same big picture.
Of course, she will. Meanwhile, just permit my curiosity. Why did you go with option D?
Why not? Okay, so you want me to give long answer and miss this palliative?
So is it about the palliative, or you now understand the fact that option A, B, C are not the cause of the coronavirus? Rather, the coronavirus is a zoonotic virus.
Please, sir, what's a zoonotic virus?
Just imagine that. A very simple question that even a primary 5 student like this can answer him in from basic biology. Eh? So people like this, they are just very fine on the body, but their fineness did not reach inside their brain. That is how you will see them They will wear fine clothes, love lipstick on top of their mouth, and they'll just be distracting people on top of Instagram, making people to be losing their focus. Meanwhile, they are nothing but just a symbol of beauty without blame.
At least they do not profess knowledge of something they know and then suddenly change it on the face of popularity. Ha ha! You know what? You're going to pass for a good stand-up comedian.
Same to you.
Anyways, I'm gonna look beyond your insult and learn what I must. You know what they say? Knowledge is power. Please, sir.
Good for you.
What is a zoonotic virus?
A zoonotic virus is a virus that can pass from an animal to a human. Several independent laboratories around the world has verified that the COVID-19 is a zoonotic virus. Also, an investigation by the United States military has concluded that the weight of evidence indicates that the virus's origin is natural. In other words, all claims that the virus is a biological weapon holds no ground. Also, such claims that also states that the virus is a government conspiracy.
But it was manufactured in a lab in Wuhan, China, ba?
Well, now that still remains a conspiracy theory, except proven otherwise.
And I'm wondering why he didn't choose option C for those who are ugly with brains.
The rumor about the virus being manufactured in a lab in Wuhan, China came alive because Wuhan holds China's only level 4 biolaboratories, where researchers have been researching for a very long time the coronavirus alongside other nasty viruses. But the level 4 biolaboratory has the highest level of biocontainment precautions to isolate any biological agent.
Thank you, boss.
You're welcome. Let's get your question.
Question 2.
Question number 2. A place where people with serious cases of a disease like COVID-19 are kept is called A, a COVID-19 library, B, a death row, C, a quarantine, and D, hell.
COVID-19 library, A.
Fine for nothing.
Why COVID-19 library?
Because I'm feeling the nomenclature and it's funky.
Is that your final answer?
I wish it was. But make I shock all the bad belly people who in school every girl with fine. No book. Option C, quarantine. Final answer.
Final answer, option C, quarantine. And option C is correct. You have 5 marks.
Oh, Shay.
Tagama, your question.
Question number 8, please.
Question number 8. COVID-19 is found in what weather climate? A, hot and humid. B, cold and wet. C, dry and dusty. And D, all of the above.
D, all of the above.
And all of the above is correct. You have 5 marks. Kimberly, your question.
Question 1.
Question number 1. Self-isolation means A, staying indoors and avoid contact with people. B, telling yourself the truth all the time. C, being yourself no matter what people think. And D, giving yourself what you deserve.
Staying indoors and avoid contact with people. A.
And A is correct. You have 5 marks.
Oh. But however, do you know what my best lyrics of all 4 option is? Option C, being yourself and not minding what people think.
And why is that?
You know why?
See, Mr. Producer, I will not stand here and have this very small girl like this be looking inside my eyes, Bob, and be abusing me anyhow. What type of this now?
Come on, insult you how? Earlier I called you Tagama. You said that was disrespectful. Then I called you bro. You said you're not my bro. And then in the eyes of the Lord of our peers, I called you grandpa. And he's saying I'm insulting you. Really? And I know if I called you sir, you would say you're not my class teacher. So what do you want me to call you, honey? What? Question 7, please.
I'm not your question. Tagama is your question.
Question number 10.
Question number 10. Which among these became a strong issue raised during the COVID-19 pandemic? A. Rape and domestic violence. B. Police brutality. C. Racism. And D. All of the above.
D. All of the above.
And all of the above is correct. You have 5 marks.
But the real question is, what have been done to address all these issues that have been raised? It's one thing for us to raise our voices, and it's another thing for those in power to take action, to do something.
Is that another line from your Instagram?
No, this time around, I'm serious.
Huh? Oh, so you can be serious. I thought that seriousness was only for the masculine gene. It's like this seriousness, but there is a biological conspiracy behind it.
Sorry, I'm laughing, but this is not funny. It's high time we address this issue. Women are not breathing. Women are out there raising their voice for them to be heard, and you men need to join us.
And of course, we're standing with you, not just behind you, but beside you, side by side. I can assure you this time around, we're going to break the cycle. But let's take your question.
Question 5.
Question number 5. If someone around you shows symptoms of COVID-19, you should A. Call the police. B. Expose him and shame the devil. C. Pray for him. And D. Call the NCDC.
D. Call the NCDC.
And this is correct. You have 5 marks. Tagama, let's take your question.
And question number 3.
Question number 3. The very first case of the novel coronavirus in Nigeria was A. A Nigerian returning from Italy. B. An Italian returning from Nigeria. C. An Italian returning from the United States. And D. An Italian returning from Italy.
D. An Italian returning from Italy.
Is that your final answer? I mean, you have a lifeline. You can use a lifeline.
I cannot waste my rifle on top of a very small gear like this. D. Final answer. An Italian returning from Italy.
Final answer D. An Italian returning from Italy. First, what do we know? We know that the first case of the coronavirus in Nigeria was an Italian, so that eliminates option A from that list, leaving us with option B, C, and D. And then now the question becomes, where was he coming from and where was he headed to? And Mr. Tagama, you went with option D, an Italian returning from Italy. But option D is not wrong. You're correct. You have 5 marks. The first case of the novel coronavirus in Nigeria was an Italian who worked in Nigeria. He returned to Nigeria from Italy on the 25th of February amidst the pandemic, which had hit Italy hard. And on the next day, being February 26th, he took ill and was confirmed by the virology laboratory of the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital as COVID-19 positive. He was managed in the infectious disease hospital in Yaba, Lagos State. Kimberly, let's take your question. Your final question, actually.
Question 6.
Question number 6. And here it goes. What is the full meaning of NCDC? A. Nigeria Center for Disease Control. B. National Coronavirus Disease Center. C. Nigeria Center for Damage Control. And D. National Commission for Disease Control. You're running out of time, Kimberly.
It's all confusing.
Even the whole world is confused right now.
No distraction, Tagama, please. You want to use a lifeline?
Yes. 50-50.
Computer deletes 2 options and leave the correct answer and 1 wrong answer. You have 10 seconds left, Kim.
I'll go with option A, Nigerian Center for Disease Control.
Is that your final answer?
No, wait. Option D, National Commission for Disease Control.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Final answer, option D, National Commission for Disease Control. I'll take the question again. What is the full meaning of NCDC? And the two options left after using a 50-50 lifeline are Nigeria Center for Disease Control and D, National Commission for Disease Control. And Kimberly, you went with option D, National Commission for Disease Control. And unfortunately, D is the wrong answer. The right answer to that question is option A, Nigeria Center for Disease Control.
Oh shit! And that was what I mentioned before.
Please, just take it easy. That is how life is. Sometimes the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. Don't be too serious about it, honey. Mommy.
You too?
Not at all, honey. So at the end of the contest today, Kimberly scored a total of 20 marks and Tagama Bunde scored a total of 25 marks, and that makes him the winner of today's contest. Congratulations, Mr. Tagama Bunde.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. You see, at the end of the day, it is crystal clear to all and sundry that the finest of the blame and not physical appearance is the finest that you need to stay alive.
All right, catch you right there in the next episode. And that's it on today's episode of the Big Picture Game Show series, brought to you by Film for Impact Foundation in partnership with Impact Studio and High Definition Film Studio. We hope you enjoyed the show. And this brings us to the end of the first round in the preliminaries for this season. From the next episode, the contestants will be competing in the second round of the preliminaries, and after which the top 4 contestants will emerge to compete in the semi-finals. For more of the Big Picture Show, do subscribe to the YouTube channel when new episodes of the show will premiere every Friday by 7 p.m. Do watch, like, share, and leave a comment. And make sure to turn on the notification button so you get notified when new episodes of the show drop on the channel. Also, don't forget to follow the show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at the Big Picture SH for updates. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, come and go on and subscribe right now. Finally, as we all strive to push through this pandemic, and our world is also battling with other social vices, including rape, domestic violence, police brutality, corruption and accountability, racism, tribalism, let's not hesitate to lend our voices to this cause and take active steps. We're not measured by where we stand in the day of peace, but where we stand in the day of adversity. It's not enough to complain about the problems, but to arise when it matters most. 1 will chase 1,000, but 2 will chase 10,000. And today, in the new normal, silence is a crime, but together we will win this war. And let's keep being the accountable and responsible citizens that we are by adhering to all instructions laid down by the NCDC and WHO to help us defeat the virus. And should you or anyone around you experience any symptom of high fever, cough, or difficulty breathing, please don't hesitate to call the NCDC number on the screen. And above all, please continue to stay safe and stay alive. And now to the segment I'm sure a lot of you are waiting for, the audience question. Here it goes. According to this episode, the question on the screen is question number what? Fastest finger first. Thanks for watching and see you at the next episode.